What up, world? Back again. It is the Country Rap Report. Yours truly, Vic Excel.
What up, it's your dude, Spank?
And you know what you're about to watch. Gotta say shout out to all the first and last time viewers. If it's your first time here, welcome. If your last time here, see ya. We're gonna get all that out the way. All right, what we do here on the Country Rap Report, if you've never watched the show, again, I am Vic Excel, he is Spank, and what we do is give you our reviews of the latest country rap videos or videos that we feel like you as a fan of the genre can appreciate. So before you get in my inbox, before you get in Spank's inbox saying he's not country rap, we probably already know that, but we feel like you as a fan would appreciate this artist. So bear with us and also understand these are our opinions on what we see. These are constructive criticisms that we give in attempts to help lift your sound, your music, your art, your creation to the next level. All right, anything you want to say before we get to the first video?
All that is accurate, and I think they're probably going to be on our inbox anyway after this video, but it's okay, because it's this. I got my critique and your critique has always been professional. If they got issues with that, then they're going to have to get over it.
Get over it, get over it, get over it. We are just two guys, and we will not make or break anyone's career. I promise you, our opinion will not make or break anyone's career. Matter of fact, I feel like as an artist, and this is the approach I've always taken to life. When someone tell me they didn't like what I'd done or I didn't do it right, it just motivated me to prove them wrong. So if you hear something that you don't like, then hopefully it motivates you to prove me and Spank wrong. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Don't be saying if you don't like the review, don't be giving us that don't review my music no more. If you put it on these YouTube streets and we see it, we gonna review it.
Right.
And if you're an artist and we don't review your music, don't get mad, say y'all hating because we might not seen it. It might not came across our desk. We really don't have a way we pick videos. I'm gonna be honest. Spank don't even pick videos. He just let me send them. And I generally just hit what's in the algorithm. Okay. There are no favorites here. There are no non-favorites here. Even if we know you don't like us, we will review you and give you a good or bad review. It's going to be a fair critique based on our minds. All right. So, man, let's get into it. We're going to start the show off with one of the first guys we ever interviewed on the Country Rap Report.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Buck Forrest. OG Buck Forrest. And I'm going to say this. Buck Forrest, in my opinion, is an OG to the game of country rap. He's been doing it a while. Like I said, he was probably the first guest me and Spank ever interviewed on the Country Rap Report. Him and I want to say Doris Ann. It was a joint interview. But shout out Buck Forrest for being the first person ever interviewed on the Country Rap Report by Vic and Spank. He has a video that dropped a few months back called 4x4. Okay. I'm going to start off by saying Buck Forrest is a true OG. And to me, Buck Forrest is what I expect when I hear the term country rap. I expect nothing but stories of the sticks, stories of the woods, story of country living from Buck Forrest. And on this song, he holds true to that. He holds very, very true to that. Again, it's called 4x4. He shot the video in front of a Chevy. Buck, is that your Chevy? I gotta ask, is that your Chevy? That's a really, really nice truck. I'm a Toyota man, but I did like that Chevy 4x4. Something in the video I noticed right off the bat, and it's something Spank talked about in episode 1 of this season. Producer tags. The first thing I heard within the first 5 seconds was a Bobby Briscoe beat. Now, if you bought that beat from Bobby Briscoe and wanted to keep that beat, that tag there to give him recognition, salute. But if you hadn't paid for that beat and you're using Bobby Briscoe beat, why you do that? Why you didn't get that man his paper? Why you get that man the paper? Why you got the tag still in the front? I don't really have a problem with that Spanx thing. I'm actually cool with producers tags because I think a lot of times you hear a dope beat and you want to know who made it. So I'm shout out to Bobby Briscoe, whether he paid for the beat, didn't pay for the beat, leased the beat, didn't, that's y'all business. But the producer tag is there within the first 5 seconds, and it was the first thing I thought about because Spank talked about it in the previous episode.
Right.
What I really like, because I love when someone does a video and they capture the essence of the song in the video. This song is called 4x4. Buck Forrest used a 4x4. He talked about having a Chevy in the hook of the song. I thought that was really dope. I love the way Buck rolled the beat. It didn't have a lot of change up in it. I love the way he maintained the beat and the speed of the beat and the cadence he kept. But I expect that from Buck Forrest. And I will say this. I wore this chain just to be like Buck Forrest in the video because he had the little herringbone.
Right.
He had the little rope. Shout out Buck Forrest. I got me one too, Buck. I got me a little gold joint too. But for the most part, the only thing I can say that I would have liked better, I did not dislike the video. I liked the video. I didn't like the red flashes. Like it had some red flash, some scenes with red flashes. And I thought this would have been a better mic drop video. And the only reason I say that is I thought because there, like at the beginning, there's a scene where you see the mic drop, the hanging mic.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would have been dope if Buck had a sat in the 4x4 and rapped in the mic drop. I thought it would have been a cooler mic drop video because most of the time with mic drop videos, you don't have a lot of effects. And that red effect kind of messed with my equilibrium a little bit. I might have been drunk. I don't know. But all in all, I really did like this video. Buck gave me exactly what I expected from him. I think Buck has grew into his image or his natural look, and he looks country rap. He makes me feel country rap, and I enjoyed the Buck Forrest video.
No, as I'm listening to your review, I agree. It probably would have been a better mic drop, just a full mic drop video versus the video that we got. Not saying that I hated the video. Yeah, you know, I rate on two different pieces. I rate on the song and I rate on the video. I'm really judging your engineer, producer, and your cameraman versus the artist. Now, let's speaking on Buck Forrest, lose the glasses, fam. Look, y'all know how I feel about glasses. When you rapping and you trying to be hard, you can't be hard with glasses. Like historically throughout rap, no one's rapped with glasses that was hard. So please don't do that. Now, and I'm just saying just for image sake, not for my own personal, fandom. I'm saying for you to be this hard rapper and you spitting lyrics, and he does, and he's grown, he's elevated. The glasses diminish it just a little bit. So don't do that. There is some branding in there. The area that he's wearing, I don't believe he has. If he has stock in it, that's on him. He might be part owner. I don't know. But assuming that you don't, I'm going to say don't do that in your videos. Y'all know how I feel about branding. Branding, if you don't own it, don't put it on. And I'm saying if you don't own it, like if it ain't your brand, and I think everybody else in this, the one that we're reviewing, may have done it. I'm not sure if everybody did. I know most of them did it. Vocals and the tracks. Now these are the negatives. Let me go to the positive first. Lyrically, he's elevated. Like from the first time that we talked about him to now, and I don't know why my camera keep going in and out. It keeps auto focusing. He has better cadence now. He has a smooth rhythm. Like I don't know who he's been studying, or like you said, he is an OG, so he's been around and he's just been participating. And usually, when you hone your craft and you get better by doing it. So I salute him for that. The track, and him as an artist, I give him a 10. But unfortunately, this isn't about your artistry. This is about the presentation that you got. So I'm gonna give it on the video side, I gave it an 8. I couldn't give it a 10 because of the branding. I didn't like some of the angles, and I definitely didn't like the lighting. And in certain parts, it was like blurry. I don't know if it was done on a phone or not. I'm saying if this is what you're using, this is what you're using. That's fine. But based on the presentation and you shooting at night, you need extra light just to compensate for the low light environment because your camera can only take in so much. and it's going to look like this. Not saying that this isn't bad. This is a good presentation. On the music side, now this again, Buck. This ain't to you unless you are the producer and engineer, and all of that. Then it is to you. I wasn't mad at the beat tag as long as it's not repetitive. That means you didn't pay for it. But even if you did pay for it, you still don't have to put the tag in there unless the producer is like, hey, make sure my tag is in it, and you're contractually obligated to do so. If not, and I'm saying that to all producers, me being used to being a producer, like it's not mandatory that you put it in there. But I respect that you left it in there because I'm assuming that you paid for it. I think he's been around long enough that he ain't gonna do nothing stupid. I did not like the dubs on the track. It was almost echoing, and it's I don't know if this might have been a 2-track and he added vocals instead of him getting the sessions and then there being a complete mix and master on this, because the dub in certain parts, and when you say dub, technical, I got to break it down for those in the back of the bus. When you add their ad libs, when you add another layer to your original voice, then those will be dubs. And sometimes it's ad libs, ad words, whatever they call them in 2026. But when you're adding these additional vocal tracks, they can't be louder than your normal vocals, and they can't be distracting from your lead vocal. Your lead vocal is your main line, what you did. I don't know if he did the hook first and then came back and did it, or they just copied and pasted, and then they added an effect, and that effect was so distracting that it took me down. And that, again, you went from a 10 on the audio side to an 8. So on the 8 side for audio and then 8 on the video, he set a 16, which is not bad because this is lyrically, it is bad because you're better than this. You're better than the video. The video didn't represent you the way that I felt like could have or should have been represented, especially if this were a mic drop video. If this were a mic drop video, and I think I said that in one of the seasons, like, make it simple, y'all. Like, and the mic drop videos are, stereotypical in hip hop right now anyway. Like, and they're fairly low budget. Like, it's 1, maybe 2 scenes, 2 angles. You can do better lighting. You can shoot. Your lighting needs to come from below or other angles from the side. Only time it comes from the front is when they're extremely low lighting and you got other ambient lighting around you to fully illuminate you. I don't know if this is the look that y'all were going for because you were outside. You probably were better off just having a bonfire and then shooting from that and then doing the mic drop. We're giving you video ideas. We done gave you 5 already. So when the next video you shoot, you can do those. But, I like the video. There was nothing I hated other than the mix. And I'm pretty sure Bob Sandiford will agree. I'm pretty sure any other engineers that are out there that listen and do music professionally will agree. It was the mix that did you in. Not saying that it is horrible because I've heard worse, but I didn't like the effects that were added to the track. And if you didn't have the sessions, I feel like you didn't because of the way that it was produced, then you're going to have to either mix and master your vocals, like overly mix it because you only got the 2-track. And the 2-track is just the MP3 or the WAV file that you get without the sessions when you get it from the producer. For those people that are out there that don't know that, when you get that, you're very limited on what you can do with the music. All you can do is rap over it. It's pretty much like you karaokeing your own track because you can't go in there and mix and master the kicks, the snares, the hi-hats, none of that other stuff. So he did. I think he did the best what he could. I love the logo. The logo's dope. I don't know if it's yours. But I love the logo representation because it was there in the branding is key. And for somebody that's been around long enough, I think he gets it, and I see that he's trying, and that I'm not giving you a participation trophy, but the trying shows the intent, and the intent means you are trying to elevate and you're trying to get better, and that's all we've been trying to do from day one since we started the first podcast. So I definitely can see the elevation, and I salute where he is today.
All right. Let me piggyback on something really, really quick. Mm-hmm. But me and Spank have always disagreed on the glasses.
Yes, we have.
Rock your glasses, but if you can't see, ain't no need to try to be up there being cool, but rock your glasses. And just for the record, For all those people thinking people with glasses are soft, you will get slapped by somebody with some glasses. Rock
Don't
your
let
glasses,
don't let the glasses fool you now.
don't let the glasses fool you. Some of us just can't see. We got to keep the glasses on. But I agree. Buck has definitely elevated from back then to now.
Right.
And my only thing with Buck Forrest, I love Buck Forrest, and he's a very active participant in chats and on all the different podcasts and the thing that's going on in country rap. I just need to hear more music. I just need to hear more music from Buck, and I think he would push towards the top of the genre if we heard more music.
How often is he dropping?
That video right there, upon us recording this, is 7 months old, and that's the latest offering, video wise. Now, if he's dropping things on streaming platforms, I'm not sure, but that video is 7 months old.
I'm gonna say this might be. I don't think it's a stretch. If he keeps continuing the way that he's going, and if he get better production, like work with a producer, like you and the producer need to collab, and that way y'all can cook up something from scratch. I think that would probably be better for you. But if he does that, and this producer knows him and pulls out the best in him, I honestly think Buck could be top 10. Truthfully, talent wise, he's got the foundation. You got cadence is hard, fam. Getting the rhythm is even harder. Like all of that is, but he's already got it. So, and the lyrical skill is there. I'm not saying he can go toe for toe with Target or Simple Man, but you can be in the conversation with the right track. So I think he's there.
I think with that is something I think is very, very important in music in general, not just country rap. You know what? I would say I'm gonna save it for the end of the show, but I'm gonna forget.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it now because I'll forget. I think the art of going in with a producer, I think we're slowly losing the art of the chemistry a producer and an artist create. I think this whole internet era made us just get a beat, download a beat. I think the magic is really like all the songs I've been part of that really done really, really well, no matter what type of music it was, it came from a chemistry of a studio session with the producer, with the artist. It just magic appears and happens more when you lock in. And I know everybody wants to get a Bobby Briscoe beat or a Dub 3030 beat. I get it. But if you can lock in with them, sometimes there are elements in those songs that can be pulled out or put in that enhance the song. Just whenever you can, if you can find a producer that's in the range that you can drive to, man, those sessions really, really create magic. And again, that's not me knocking this song, because I think Buck really, really wrote it. But I just think that lock-in gets you magic.
Now I'm gonna change it to the 2026 version. I agree with everything that you just said, but I've seen sessions done over Zooms, and I've seen the magic created that way because they can tap into the sessions live and they can get the instrumentation live over the internet. But yes, being in person does give you a one-on-one, more personable connection. Yes, that does that. But I think they can still get that same connect if they. It's just to lock in with the producer. I don't care if the producers they're in Georgia and the producer might be in Washington State, but if they can lock in and get somebody that believes in them, but the producer got to pull out. You got to give the producer the authority to tell you no, and you got to listen because the producer has to be like, hey fam, that ain't how you should go with this. And you need to be like, all right, well, let me know or direct me. The producer is the engineer. These are two different people typically, but the producer and engineer, if you get one in one, that would be great. If not, you can just have the producer show up to your session or send over the beat session. But I think you need to cook up with the producer and then go into the session with the engineer and then the engineer. But all of y'all you as the artist still got to give those two people, the producer and or the producer engineer, the authority to tell you and direct you on how you need to pull out the best you can from this music. Musically, other than the mix and the master, I didn't hear anything other issues in this video. The other stuff was more so on the videographer. But I don't know if there was a real videographer. It might have been just him with a tripod, setting up his camera, phone, and shooting and keeping moving.
And what you said actually piggybacks. I'm talking about the guys who download a beat and rap over it.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah. Now, to me, the Zoom, that's the 2026 lock-in.
Absolutely.
Yep. StreamYard, Zoom, lock in, and whatever you do to lock in, that still gives it a personal touch. That gives the producer opportunity to raise the highs,
lower
the bass. Right. Like I'm talking about downloading a beat, rapping over it. That you're not gonna create magic that way. You can create a hit record, but you ain't gonna create magic. All right. Real quick. We used to do this at the end of the show, but I'm gonna start doing it after the end of the videos now. So y'all will see me touching the phone and all that stuff, but I want y'all to have the information. And make sure you check in the description. The link to the Buck Forrest video is in the description, but also y'all make sure y'all follow Buck Forrest on Instagram at OG Buck Forrest. OG Buck Forrest. Everything is spelled correctly. OG Buck Forrest. Lock in with him. Hey, and be cool. Say, hey, we followed you because we heard them talking about you on the Country Rap Report. Lock in with Buck Forrest.
My phone said OF Buck Forrest. Bruh, come on. What am I mind at? What am I mind at? No Buck Forrest.
You ain't got no OF, dog. You ain't got no OF.
If he does, he can keep it to himself. I ain't trying to go there.
Hey, first picture up there is Buck Forrest with the glasses. Buck, you look like a star to me, Buck. Buck, you look like a dadgum country rap superstar to me. I don't care what Spank say. It's something about being distinguished with them glasses on. Them ladies like the glasses too, Buck. You got a nice lady there. No disrespect.
I can't find him.
You can't find Buck Forrest?
Is it just all one word?
One word. OG Buck Forrest. 2 R's.
O-R. 2 R's. Okay, got it.
Yeah, you can't spell Forrest the Griffin way.
Okay. I did. All right, cool.
All right, man. Next up, and I'm gonna say this, man. Next up is I'm we're honest on this show, right? We're honest.
Absolutely.
Next up is a guy. Man, you know what? I remember when this guy's music was introduced to me. I was doing a stream, and they sent me this song, bro, and this song made me almost cry. It was a song dedicated to his mother, and it made me cry and reminisce about the relationship me and my mother have. Next up, man, we have a guy named Mike Sons. Mike Sons, and the name of this joint is Red Light, Green Light. It was directed by Mr. Frank Thompson. Shout out Frank Thompson. Frank Thompson's affiliated. I'm not sure if he's in Trailer Made, but I know he's definitely affiliated with Trailer Made. Salute to Mike Sons and Frank Thompson. They just was earlier this year or late last year. They was on tour with Dirty of Trailer Made Records. And I'm not sure if that's how this chemistry was born, but Mike Thompson is an artist and he shoots videos and he directed and shot this video. The scenery in this video I thought was really, really dope and clear. Really, really dope and clear. I love the scene of Mike being in front of that Chevelle, that Malibu. Like that was clean. And I gotta say, Mike Sons, from the time I seen him first to I've seen him now, looks like a bona fide superstar. The outfit was on point. I know a lot of y'all don't care about how you dress, but okay. But Mike Sons looked like a superstar. The visual was really, really clean. The shots, they had a lot of close-ups on the tats on his arm, the outfit, him sitting in the cigar bar, which I thought was a cool scene, and him walking up and down the street where it looked like maybe a strip center or whatever. I thought all that was really, really clean and cool. I like the zoom ins, the zoom outs, the close-ups. But what I like most about Mike Sons, and this comes with the song, I love the way Mike Sons can weave in between rapping and singing. Mike Sons, to me, is the country rap John B. He's very, very soulful, but he can kill you with the bars because he's got bars on top of that. A lot of times you see people that are strong singing or they're strong with the bars. I think Mike Sons provided a very, very good balance, and in this song, he really shows it because when you first listen to it, he starts off rapping. You might not even expect that hook to come in the way it come in, but it comes in powerful and strong. And I like the message of this song because the song in the hook he says, "The life we live in ain't the life we live." And a lot of times, if you've been through trials and testaments in life, you understand that it ain't that. Red light, green light. Sometimes you just gotta stop, and sometimes you gotta go. Life is a constant stop and go. I super enjoyed it, and I'm gonna say this because I don't know if Spank know. Great, great promo of your merch. Mike Sons calls his collective of fans, supporters, and friends the Pack. He had the Pack hat on, he had the Pack shirt on, and he had the Pack bandana. So great placement of his own merch. So I threw that in there, Mike. I threw that in there because I know Spank was probably gonna say something.
Yes, I was.
The Pack is his collective of supporters. So, shout out Mike Sons, man. I thought it was a really cool video. Super clean. Frank Thompson, you did your thing. Y'all made a miracle out of what seemed like y'all probably didn't even have a lot. Y'all probably asked those people, can we come in and shoot for 10 minutes and shout outside? And, man, to me, as we start back doing this, it's one of the cleanest videos I've seen out of these videos we got. When I say clean, I mean clarity. Clear.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yeah. Okay. Who is Frank Thompson again?
Frank Thompson, he's just he's an artist. We've never reviewed his music. He's an artist, but he also shoots videos. I think he does photography. He's like a go-to guy.
Okay, let me talk to Frank first then. Okay. Frank, this could have been a 10 on the video side, but I gave it a 9 for like 3 reasons. And these are legal reasons. No, 2 of them aren't. One of them, I saw your shadow when y'all were walking. And I saw your reflection when you were shooting at the glass. Like, as a cameraman, and I'm sure Brad will want to say this, and every other cameraman that is out there will tell you the same thing. You can't be in the shot. You're never in the shot. You're the most invisible person in the entire thing. The only time you in the shot is when your logo go up in the beginning or at the end, and that is it. You are never physically in the shot. And if I see you in the shot and you ain't supposed to be, then that's always going to be a negative for me. I knew you were there because I saw you there. Not that I knew you there because you shot it, but I saw your shadow when you were walking, when y'all were walking on the strip that Vic was talking about. I saw your shadow there. I saw your shadow, I think one of the outside scenes. I saw your reflection in the car one or two times. I definitely saw your reflection in the glass. Like that right there is one thing. But I was going to take off for the branding, but you telling me that this is his brand. I'm cool with that. It was great angles, great lighting. The other part that I'm going to take off for, which is the major part that took you from a 10 to a 9, not so much the shadows, because they do happen. There's a broadcast on the TV when he's sitting down in that place. I think he's outside or under some gazebo or whatever that is. There's a broadcast on. I don't know what that broadcast is. At one point, the TV was off, and then another part, the TV was on, and then it was on, off again, and not on. For legal reasons, whatever broadcast it is on TV, if YouTube crawls this video and they see that their broadcast is there, then this video will be demonetized, and you will probably get a strike because that broadcast doesn't belong to you. In the future, blur it out. In the future, just part of your editing, whenever that happens, put some sort of blur effect, and it will be constant whenever that television is showing. And this happens in another video that we're going to talk about. But because that, and it diminishes the video just a little bit, not a lot, because a lot of people ain't even going to really care or recognize it. But I'm talking about it from the legal aspect. You don't want to get legal strikes because now you're rebroadcasting somebody else's stuff that you don't have rights to, and that will not only get your video demonetized and taken down, but now somebody's going to sue you because that broadcast doesn't belong to you. Outside of that, everything else visually was awesome. I love the scene shots, like the coloring on it was awesome. Like he does a very, very, very good job. As we're talking about cameras, mine keeps going in and out. That's hilarious. Now I'm gonna go to the music side. This ain't country rap. For those going to be pissed off, before you start coming for us, we know.
No, Mike Sons is viewed as a country rapper.
This ain't country rap, Ram. This is country rapping. This is definitely Southern hip hop. This is UGK all day. You can play this any UGK album and play this right behind it. You're like, oh, okay, I'm feeling the same vibe. This is do or die all day. This is even some T.I. stuff, but this ain't country rap. He might be a country rapper doing this type of stuff, but this ain't country rap, dog. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But what I do like Lyrically, he's there. Singing see, this is one of the videos that I played first before I came in here and watched it because I was trying to critique the music while I was cleaning up. Just to absorb it, get you that noise in the background and play it. When I was playing, I was like, all right, who is this? Nice voice. Looked in here, it's a white boy. I was like, oh damn, okay. I'm surprised. No. I'm talking about the rapping. Then I left the room. Then the singing starts. Oh, he got a feature that wasn't on there. Well, and I looked in the room like, oh shit, this is the same dude. And he's singing. He can keep a harmony. So I'm like, all right, this is definitely something the genre is not used to. Not on this soulful side. Not on somebody who's I think who can probably elevate some more if they wanted to, either the singing and or rapping. There's not too many Drakes over here. And for somebody to do this at this level and do it effortlessly, I respect it, and I definitely commend him for his talent level. Talent level, he's also a 10. He's probably closer to a 20 because he's over the top with it. His 10 was Buck Forrest. He's a 20 because he can rap and sing. Now, I can't say that he can hold bars like Chris Brown. I'm not or Brandon Hart with 2 T's. He ain't there. But he can hold a note and keep a harmony and make the track sound great. I love that. Now, speaking of track, again, I'm going to talk to your producer and your engineer. I don't know who did it, but I hated the mix on this record. The mix on the vocals, rapping vocals, was lower than the mix on the singing vocals, and the singing vocals were too high. I'm not mad at the attempt at this. He didn't attempt. I'm not mad at the attempt of singing. I'm mad at the attempt of trying to mix both. And it was probably the same engineer, but you can't mix it with the same tools. You treat rapping lyrics and vocals different than you treat singing lyrics and vocals. Plus, we have to, this would go back to the Buck Forrest video too. Your vocal is the biggest and most prominent instrument on the entire record. Your vocals must match harmonically with the track. His rapping vocals are phenomenal with the track. The singing vocals took it to a different level audibly, and it has to balance out with there, which is why I'm saying he probably should have added some harmonies, maybe 2 parts, go some lows and maybe another mid in there for the singing, just to balance it out, because we went from his monotone rapping and then it went to a higher, I would maybe a mid to high tenor on the singing, not nasally, but almost, it was almost falsetto. But all of that has to balance audibly when you're doing a track engineer, and that needs to, you can even look at it. There are spectrograms, there are EQs that you can look at to see what balances is what and what doesn't, that's on the cheat code. If your ears don't catch it, look at it and see like, oh, why is this over here peaking? I need a balance because I need it to be mid. I don't need it to be super high over here and everything else is over here. Why is it happening that way? The song, I got the song. It was kind of touchy for me because I've experienced some very red light, green light stuff personally, recently. But I don't know if what we got. Again, it's my first time ever hearing him. I don't know if we did him any of the other seasons that we did, but this is my first time hearing him. I want to hear more. This song whetted my appetite, and I did not go looking for your stuff because I'm trying to keep it pure. And whenever Vic sends me, I'm going to review that. But I after hearing this, I definitely want to hear more just from the rap side. Because I like the vibe. I like the lazy. It was almost California vibe. Late old Snoop with Dre, like that kind of. But not all West Coast. It was more on the I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna definitely Southern. Like I'm trying to find what region that would be. I don't know if it would be Louisiana or Mississippi. But I don't even know where he's from. But I'm getting that region. Where's he from?
Tennessee.
Okay, I don't know who else came from Tennessee on the rap side, so I can't put who. No. I ain't talking about country rappers. I'm talking about on the hip hop side. Because there's whoever did the track. I don't hear that. I hear more Do or Die and UGK than I hear in the production of this, and his style and flow. And the flow was effortlessly. Like, is he trailer made because he had on the bracelet? Is he?
Like I said, he was on tour with Dirty, who is trailer made.
Okay.
And he has I know for a fact he has some features with Simple Man. I'm not gonna say I've never seen an announcement that says he's trailer made, but he's definitely an affiliate from going on tour with Dirty.
I like what they got. Based on the ones we've seen, the ones you sent me today, or to watch for these sessions. He's a threat. Like, well, if he can, another one, if he locks in and he creates from scratch, and I don't know if the focal needs to be the singing or the focal needs to be the rapping, because he can do both evenly good. Which one are you great at? Maybe the combo of the two makes him great because everybody else can't do that. I don't know. I want to hear more. I got to hear more. But on the song side, I gave him a 9, so he's a 9 on the video and a 9 on the audio. He's a strong contender for definitely for. We can't call him. I've been gone so long, so everybody's a newcomer to me. Shit. So I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to think ahead for the award show, but this song is there for me. Even though I didn't give it perfects, this song is up there for me because of who he is and how he's representing his talent.
Real quick, man, he has some bangers. He has a banger with Jeff McCool, aka Moccasin Creek. They have a song that dropped last year, banger. I know if we had done an award show last year, that song would have definitely been in contention for Song of the Year. Man, Mike Sons is definitely one of those guys to watch. And he has a very, very hardworking manager. Shout out Clint Smith. Man, they are definitely a dynamic duo with Clint handling the business side, Mike handling, the talent, stage, music side. Definitely players that you got to keep your eyes on. Same thing with Buck Forrest. I don't think they're in our face. He's in our face enough. I don't think he drops enough to, a lot of times in this era that we're in, you got to kind of stay on the tip of people's tongue. You got to stay on the top of the brain. True. And I think just a little more consistency and he'll be right there. And I think he'll benefit too from locking in. I think Mike Sons is a guy who I think would have benefited when Mr. Collipart was going to do his foray in country rap. Mm-hmm. I think someone like Mike Son could have benefited by locking in with Mr. Collipart.
Okay.
I think he could have brought out some things that will eventually come out in Mike that would have came out sooner. But I think
I think it's going to be hard for whoever he works with because he's so multifaceted with it. And I don't know which one he prefers. Does he prefer to sing first and then rap second or vice versa? But whatever the producer has to be able to do both. If they can't rock with vocals or don't know how to construct the song or not good at balancing, he's gonna probably need to go through a few until he finds somebody that he's comfortable with.
Yep, I agree. All right, Mike Sons on Instagram. Make sure you find him at Mike Sons Music _ Mike Sons Music _ I'm gonna say this too. Country rap has definitely grown. You guys as fans and you guys as artists, y'all need to follow each other. Like looking at these talented artists who haven't hit 2,000 threshold of people following, I think some of y'all are just holding back. Or I think a lot of y'all might focus on things other than the music when it comes to this genre. We got to put the light on the music. Mike Sons having under 2,000. Buck Forrest having under 2,000 on Instagram. Come on, y'all. Show them some love. For real. Show them some love. If you appreciate them, it don't take but 1 second to hit that follow. Follow these guys, man. Let's get them to the forefront. I thought we wanted to get this genre to the forefront. I thought it was about the fans. All right. We talk about these family values and the etiquette of the genre. Then let's show it put it on the forefront by at least supporting and following. All right, last up on this episode, we got a true legend, OG to the game, Mr. Demun Jones. And the name of this joint is Jones County Boys. You want to start this one off?
Yeah, we can. He got it perfect. This is the first perfect of the year when it's coming in episode 2. But I'm gonna say that with a asterisk. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. I don't know if Jonathan Smith got credit or behind the scenes, but I know Jonathan Smith, aka Lil Jon, did not get credit on Spotify because I went and looked. I was like, hold on now, them ain't your lyrics. That came.
John, hold on, I got to jump in there.
You can't just be blatantly using somebody's words that are iconic in hip hop.
They're not John's words. He didn't create that.
It came from the Youngblood song. Yeah, it was his part that did it. It was in the hook.
We've been saying don't start no shit, don't be no shit before it was a song.
But probably before this genre existed. Yes, we understood that. But when I heard it, I was like, that ain't your shit. Even though, and I'm gonna piggyback on what you said. But the moment it becomes a song and somebody else is able to copyright it, it's theirs. This is Youngbloods featuring Lil Jon. Damn. You don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Y'all don't know the song, go look it up. But them lyrics there, bruh. When I heard it, I was like, come on, bruh. Them ain't yours. There's gonna be some people over here in the genre that's gonna be like, oh, that was nice. I like how you did that. But them ain't yours, Demon. And I think you and OG I know you and OG. Like you came from multiple genres. You are an OG, not damn near double, triple OG. You know better. But I looked at the Spotify credits and ain't no Jonathan H. Smith on there. And I'm like, I took offense to it. But at the same time, I was like, all right, you've been constructive. You're a lyricist. And we sometimes borrow influences. But you come on, bro. Come on. Now, everything else, there was a little sync issues in some of the videos, but it might have been me watching it from the phone and then watching it from the video on the desktop too. Half the scenes was a live shoot. Now you can't be saying don't start no shit, won't be no shit in front of children because they was in the audience. But I'm just saying that, like, where we at in 2026? This the new Demon? Well, it ain't the new Demon because he had Bitch Please, so it ain't like there's this is new Demon is not an edited rapper.
He's not a Demon.
Right. He come with the Demon shit. It's okay. I've always loved Demon. Demon's probably when I think he had like song of the year for me, at least video for the year when we did the award show. But I didn't take any issues with any parts of the video. It was shot immaculately. Love the effects. Love how they blended the two parts, the scenes part and then the live stuff. Like I didn't see any negatives. And I was looking for them. I even went back and listened to the song. I was like, is the snare too high? Because they definitely did electronic everything else, but is that snare real and is it high? But no, all of that was mixed perfectly. I think Demon does not shortchange on his production, video or audio. So there's never been issues on there, and I've even seen him live at least twice. So I've seen the show. What I am trying to figure out is this the new Demon? Like, because this was a harder version of Demon that I saw, I remember some years ago. This version of Demon is more rapper than I think at the time he was talking about family stuff. Like this is more rapper than father. And I don't know if that's where we got to compare, but it was, talking about Jones County Boys, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. I get it. It's almost a club record versus the other retrospective lyrical stuff that I do remember from him. But the track is sick. The beat's dope. The lyrics are there. I don't have any negative to say about this song and or video. This was damn near 100% perfect. Other than the couple of lip syncing issues, but I can't take off of that because those are, if it was a major thing I would, but that's just moving from one scene to the other. Like it's semantics. I'm not even gonna get into that. This was a perfect one.
The only thing I didn't like about the video was there was a scene that looked like maybe it was shot. I don't know what this is called, but it looked like a little video box, and Demun was in the box.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't show it a lot. They kind of flashed to it a few times. It looked like it looked like it might have been the what is that, like the playback when you're shooting and then you can look at the playback of the video?
Right.
Like a playback view or something. I didn't really care for that, but I did like the way they to me, this is another great way to shoot a video. I feel like if you got a dope editor in an expensive way, in an inexpensive way, he took live concert footage and incorporated it with the bonfire scene. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they just came and shot the bonfire scene with him and the drum.
Right.
And then I'm sure they're like, hey, man, take that concert footage part we got and make a video.
No, there are some legalities with that now. But I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. But if
with the people in the crowd,
absolutely, if they didn't sign a waiver stating that they can be in this video, then every last one of them can sue him for the rights to this video because you took the video, not him, the videographer. But they will come after him because it's his music. But even the children that are out there, like everybody on scene, has to sign a waiver stating that it is okay for you to shoot them and then for you to put their image out there because it's their image and likeness. But this is some legality shit. I bypassed it because I'm assuming that wherever venue this was, they knew that he was going to be shooting a video and they knew that he was going to be using the video for whatever reasons. And if you vocally tell people that and you tell them that if you don't want to be in this video, get out the shot, then everybody that's still in the video agreed to the terms. That's one way that you can get away with it in a mass form without having to sign everything. But you got to show proof of that, stating that you said that to the people. If not, all them people in the crowd can sue him for rights to this video.
If I'm an artist, every time I do a show, I'm saying that.
You should say that.
Even if I never use the footage, if I'm an artist, every time I do a show, I'm saying that. Because, again, it's a cheap way. Just imagine you got all this concert footage. Imagine back in the day when we was doing the open mics. Mm-hmm. Imagine all that footage a lot of those artists had that they could use, but they never said that. If they had said it, you just never know where your careers are going. Just say it. It's free to say, it's free to say it. There was a line that I really, really liked that that Demun said, like Mrs. Jones riding shotgun, looking upset. She don't allow loud music and her hair's a mess. Again, one of the things that made me come to country rap was the acknowledgement of wives and partners. And Demun Jones is still holding true to that. This song gave me older Kid Rock vibes, like that Kid Rock after Grit Sandwich for Breakfast, Kid Rock. I just dated myself.
Okay. I see that.
It gave me that vibe.
With better production. Better production.
Yes, with better production. Demun, I'm not with Spank. It's an old Southern term. You don't give a damn. We don't give a fuck. Yes, Lil Jon probably popularized it to the world. But Demun, you are from Jones County, so you probably knew that term before Lil Jon popularized it. So in my book, it's okay that you did not give a rich man another penny. I'm okay with that. But I really enjoyed the video, man. Demun always keeps it classy. It comes through. And what I also like, he still got the straw hat, bro.
Yeah. That's his brand.
Right on brand. I should have put my Demun Jones straw hat on.
Right on brand.
So he and Demun actually never ever intertwines anybody else's brand.
True.
I don't see it. So I like the video. I like the usage of the drummer. I like the fact that he made us feel like this song, like when you hear this song, you think this is a live band song, and those are tracks.
True.
But he made it look visually like this was a live band song. So I thought it was really, really cool. Demun is always one of my favorites, and he always keeps it classy, never over the top offensive. And
bitch, please.
He was talking about a dog.
Was he though?
He's talking about a dog.
Hey, his words, not mine. It's all good though.
I say that I have dogs. I say that, bitch, please. I said all the time.
Do you? I gotta go back and listen to them lyrics because I don't think I caught that.
It's sometimes just how you interpret it. How you interpret it.
I got you. Well, he's good with metaphors though, so yeah, I get that. Get the flow.
All right, so you I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick before we close this show out.
Yep.
So you said Buck Forrest. You can see Buck Forrest being top 10 lyricists.
I can see him in the conversation. Yeah. If keep
elevating. Where's Demon in that conversation before we get up out of here?
The Demon's legend. Demon's a living legend.
Lyricist.
Oh, lyrically, I never gave him top 10 because I've always been. It's too much fandom for me to give him a real critique on that. I would have to remove the fandom and then look at it because I'm not saying I idolized him, but he's not with the founding fathers, but he's right up under that. Like he's an OG that has kept the personification of what country rap is and should be, and have been consistently doing that since he came into the genre. So I'm he's not like Jericho. Not saying no, not dissing Jericho, not at all. But we know they have a similar path. But Demon's been more consistent on the music side, and he has stayed consistently putting out highly produced videos and highly produced songs at the highest level, like comparative to everybody else that is in the genre. Probably even better than some of Church's stuff. Like Demon has to be looked at as one of the people in the genre that you should be trying to model yourself after. If I'm wrong on that, again, quote me on that and then find the lie. But I from what he's giving us, all of these projects after project after project, I haven't seen a fall off.
I agree. All right, if you haven't already, because he's at 159K. Follow Demon Jones on Instagram, Demon Jones. And if you don't know, Demon is spelled with a U, not an O. Demon Jones. And salute to Demon, man. Demon constantly works. Piggybacking off what Spank said, I don't think this is I think Demon just weaves in and out of styles. Because Demon will do a Christmas album. He'll do an album with his kids. He is an artist who lives off of his music, so he tends to take risk in his sound. So this didn't even, I didn't even view this as Demon trying something new. I felt like I probably have heard other rock influence songs he's done. So
for sure.
I thought it was dope. And I always love the fact that Demon, in my opinion, gives back to his community. And what I mean by that is, I always see Demon performing in the area where he lives. I always see him rocking in Macon or Warner Robins or somewhere down the area. He's going to always give those people a taste of Demon Jones a couple times a year.
Demon is, like I said, he should be one of the models that everybody over here should be following.
Yes. He stays out of the drama. I in this amount of time, in the past 5 years of covering country rap, I have not heard anything negative about Demon Jones.
Well, my ear ain't to the street, so I don't know where to find it if there is something negative out there. But I'm pretty sure somebody gonna throw something in the chat or in the comments, and then we'll be aware of it. But that's just where we are.
But you know what, Demon also, and I'm gonna say this before we get up out of here. Demon, so back in the day, and I think sometimes this is where the growth of country rap sputtered. Sometimes there's an allure to being an entertainer or a celebrity. I've never seen Demon jump in the chats. I've never seen him jump in the chats. And
his producer has.
Okay, but I've seen producers in hip hop jump in chats, but I think a lot of time jumping in the chat screams, "I want attention."
Okay, I get you. I don't agree with that. But I get you. I understand where you're going.
I think if someone said something negative about Demon Jones, I don't think he would ever appear in the chat. I think he'll just let you run with it. Create your narrative. Haru, I just watched Michael, right? I don't think in 2026 Michael Jackson will be in the chat. I don't think
No, Mike's a recluse. He would never do that.
I don't think Lil Baby is going to be in the chat.
Are we saying that because the artists are too big to be in the chats?
I just think part of being an artistry, there's a mystique that comes with artistry. I think when you can hang out with your favorite celebrity in the chat every night, I think it makes him it kills the allure of him being a celebrity.
I would agree in every other genre. Well, not every other genre, but not with this genre. This genre is very personable.
Okay.
Like they need to be in the chat to talk to their fans or at least intermingle, have conversations. That not only that, because it makes you more accessible when you're in the chat. And now somebody's like, hey, I talked to Demun Jones today in the chat, and then that might have made their day. Not even the screen capture it. They finna put it on the shirt, their own shirt. Like it's more of a, not saying it makes them human, but for you to make yourself accessible and you are a level of celebrity, then you create more fandom. And those, when you create it in that level, that person becomes a buying fan, not just a avid fan who just listening to your stuff whenever you drop it. Now this person is like, oh, I'm going to his website now. I'm going to go buy a t-shirt. Or when he comes to the town or close to me, I'm going to go support him and, go get tickets. Like there's different levels of it. And I think every artist, I don't care how big you get, you should be in a chat, not saying all the chats, but you should at least make yourself accessible to your fans. It's an allure to that. It's a psychological thing too, because now they're able to directly connect to you, and none of them think that they have the ability to do so. And the moment you do that, and then you ain't got to be in the chat, just whenever they comment, like it, just give some sort of interaction. That goes a super long way. And I'm speaking from a social media consultant standpoint. That alone, even when we do it, we're not celebrities, but even when we post and somebody comments, give them some sort of interaction, whether it's, negative or positive that they're giving, interact with it to let them know that, yeah, I saw it. That don't mean I got to comment. That don't mean I got to, come back and reiterate or debate what you just stated. I'm just saying I saw it and letting you know that I saw it. So now I see you, and now they know that you saw them, and now they're going to come back. Whether they hating or not, they're going to come back because they know that you're looking and you might not be saying anything. It's a psychological thing. So social media marketing, social media branding, all of that stuff is a tool. I think it would be a mistake for any artist over here to not be in any chat. I think whenever your music is being played, you should be there with it, just so you can see what's going on, what's being said. And then if something's said that you don't like, you can comment on it. But your fans are there. In this genre, the fans fight harder than the artists. In this genre, the fans are rabid. Like they will come after if you say anything negative about their artist. They're in the comments first, and then they're going to get the boy, and then in tagging him is like, hey, they over here talking shit about you, and then he might come over there, he or she might come over there and just be visible. It's like, hey, I'm here, but your fans have already done the work, and I don't know when or how they've trained them to do that over here. It's an excellent thing.
Actually, it's the personal thing. It's the personal.
Yeah, do it. Keep doing it. I don't. And speaking of Demun, I think the very first video that I saw in country rap that brought me over to country rap was the Savannah Jones, Savannah Dexter Big Trucks video, and Demun was in that, and that was my introduction to that version of Demun Jones and Adam and Savannah. Like all of that was sent me down a rabbit hole to jump into this entire genre. And I think I don't know if I sent you the video, but I know that I sent it to a bunch of people, and I was like, look what they're doing over there. This is the kind of shit they're doing over there, and we missing it. Like, why are we missing it? Look at this, and this is a female. Why are we not holding this up and like bringing it to the world in a positive way? But that's the full circle, And this was a very long time ago that this happened. In my terms, a very long time ago. It wasn't that long ago, traditionally speaking, but it was my intro to the 2026 current version of country rap, where I am now. If it wasn't for that video, I wouldn't be over here.
Again, Demun Jones on Instagram, Demun Jones, DemunJones. All right, look, all the video links are in the description. Demun Jones, Jones County Boys, Mike Sons, Red Light, Green Light, Buck Forrest, 4x4. check out the videos and come back and let us know, do you agree with our critiques of the videos? Good, bad, or indifferent. We ain't finna argue with you, but we do want to see your opinion on how you feel we view these videos.
Yes.
All right. Anything you got before we get up out of here?
I do not. I don't know if this is gonna be a video of the year contender, but he's the only one that got the perfect so far. So far, yeah. I'm just trying to get my stuff in line and put it all in order now, so I ain't got to scramble for it later.
All right, so something we definitely, and again, we're putting out there will be a Country Rap Report award show. I know you guys, after that first one, I've been asked time and time again, y'all bringing the award show back. We weren't able to facilitate it after that first time, but it is on our palette to bring the award show back. Country Rap Report Awards coming soon. Country Rap Report Awards coming soon.
Also, I got an update. I'm gonna sing the song, but Jack Gaspard said it's okay for us to release Dirty, so I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna sing the raw version first, and then I'm gonna send it to Bob this week so he can mix and master it, and then we'll put up a release date. And the release date probably around whenever we release the new version of the 16-bar challenge.
Okay. So shout out Jack Gaspard. Shout out Bob Sandifer, if I'm saying his name correctly.
Yes.
Shout out everybody who ever supported Country Rap Report. We love you guys, and yeah, man. Glad we're back, man. The support of us coming back is overwhelming.
Awesome.
Like it makes me feel really, really good that we weren't forgotten.
Until we had to review their video. And then they're like, man, what y'all doing? Get out over here. It's all good. It's all good.
All right, man. To the next episode, your boy Big XL.
It's your boy Spank.
Hey, man. We go.
Peace.